Just getting the mail. What's for dinner?
Champagne and caviar.
Oh shit, what'd I get?
What up? This is you in the middle. Are those new kicks?
Yeah, I think so. Yo, 10 minutes, Call of Duty.
You're on.
What's on, bitch?
Look what some creeps sent me. What's going on, princess? This is you. What's up, Kate? That's you. I kind of feel like stilettos.
Seriously, Kyle? I'm in the middle of a show right now.
I'm sorry, I'm just bringing your stuff. I went to the post office for you. Come on. That's sick. Who wants to go private tonight? Come on, guys. Keep me entertained. Just tell me what you're into. We can go private. I have ball gags. Yes, sassy. I'm 18 years old. Was this your first time going private? Well, whatever you're in the mood for. You like my diamond? Huh? Come on, sassy. What are you, some sort of chick? Huh? I love chicks. No, I have lots of hot mommies and daddies. Did you see my wish list? That's how you can reward me.
Very clever.
You ask a lot of questions, girl. Come on, baby, what do you want? What do you want me to do, huh? Do you want me to jack off for you? Is that it?
Oh my god.
You want me to touch myself? What are you in the mood for, huh? So you don't wanna see me jack off or play with these toys or anything? You really just wanna chat?
Fucking muscleheads. The veins popping out of his biceps.
Yeah, but did you see how good, man? This is awesome.
get it. He's gonna get it. Get it. That's ours. That's ours. It's ours. It's ours.
Can I help you?
Sure. Oh my god. Oh my god. The fuck you looking at?
Don't do this at home because it's really, really dangerous and really, really stupid.
That real?
This is a job, man. I put you in charge of these stores and nothing's happening. Do you have any kind of answer for me? I mean, I'm really tired of this shit, man.
Dr. Borland. Hi. Really? Well, we can try again my next cycle, right? Thanks, Doctor. Hey. So, Dr. Borland said we could try again.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can we talk about that a little later? I'm just running a little late.
You'd be crazy not to go for this internet story.
You gotta remind me again.
Kid, online, chat
I
room.
know. Look, I don't get it. He sits there all day.
No, he goes private with people. He's a bright kid. He's probably trapped.
1 minute. Nina, it just sounds so dark. It's more of a feature than what you're used to. That's what I'm...
Well,
I'm
thank
just...
you. Look,
It's
there are thousands of kids like this. I really think this could be powerful. You know, it's got sex, it's got heart. Just let me try, and I will not complain about sitting behind this desk 24/7 writing those fluff pieces you give me.
Yes, you will.
All right, dude, I found him. Ben Boyd. Says he's in 10th grade at our school. He's in our grade? Yeah. Music is my passion. Everything from Sigur Rós to Radiohead. What the hell is Sigur Rós? Who knows? What do we write? Okay, right. Hi, Ben. My name's Jessica. I go to Ridgewood. Sigur Rós is my fave. Say something about his song. Okay. I loved your song on your page. All right. Your song was so it touched, amazing. It's amazing. It touched me. It touched me. That's good.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Dad. Hi, Mr. Dixon.
I almost ran this over, genius.
Sorry.
You sorry?
Yeah. How was the game?
Played like Gretzky. What are you guys doing?
Homework. Reports.
Homework?
Homework.
Homework or that?
Homework on that.
I'm online. Oh, okay. You didn't wear that shirt to school.
I wore this one over it.
Yeah? Are you lying?
Fry, am I lying? He was there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Fry, I only got chicken for two, so you gotta get the hell out of my house. Kidding, Fry.
Oh, it's okay. My dad wants me home anyway.
All right, good. I got 2 cases to get to, so come up. Fry, it was good seeing you.
You too, sir.
Look at that.
guy's got a non-compete clause, and it's pretty airtight. I understand that. What, are they just going to sue the guy and ask questions later? Right, well, they can't do that. So just have them call McCourtland and Partridge, and they'll work something out, okay? Like a settlement. Come on, put your fangs away. All right. Bye. Hey, kiddo, where's Mom?
Hey, she's upstairs, I think.
What about Mozart?
At his piano. Where else?
Huh.
Now, what are you doing? Lean cuisine again? You really need to mix it up. I'm a student of the world, baby.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Oh, fuck no. Come on. Okay, let's go cam to cam. That way I get to see you too. This isn't fair, come on. Don't be shy. I'm not gonna charge you anything more. It costs the same price. Come on. It's easy, just click the button. Hello? Wow. You're really hot.
That's very sweet.
You're smoking.
Please, oh my God. You could be my little brother.
God, you're a MILF.
I'm a MILF?
No, maybe you're not like so much a MILF. Like, you're not a cougar yet because you're not that old. You're like a puma.
What's a puma?
It's like the step before a cougar.
Wow, that's really depressing.
You know what? Let's play a game. For $1 million, would you fuck a dirty, smelly, hairy homeless guy?
Oh my God. No.
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 For $1 million. Okay, 2 million.
No.
Bullshit. Come on. 5 million. 5 million.
5 million? Okay.
You see, everybody has their price.
Okay, this is what he wrote. Hey, thanks for liking my song. I was nervous about posting it. I know, I'm weird. Okay, say,
Jason.
What's up, Billy? Say, I think weird is sexy. Oh, yeah, that's good. Perfect. Okay. Did you get it? You got it. He got it. He's smiling.
Mom, oh my God, the effing funniest thing happened today.
Will you stop that, please?
What?
The effing thing.
Sorry. Anyway, you know that girl, Melinda Goodman?
No.
Yeah, well, she had like this laser treatment thing, you know, hair removal. Yeah, well, anyway, there can be the side effect sometimes where you grow more hair. I know, I swear, the girl has a fucking beard.
Hey.
Sorry.
Okay, that's enough.
Hey, Ben. Can you please not do that at the table?
He is.
This is an annoying client. That's what this is. Daddy's working.
Is it your girlfriend?
His what? Girlfriend? Ben?
It's just a friend.
You type away.
No, is this a friend from school?
He's from Ridgewood.
Freakwood.
Gosh, come on. You're boring your mother and I.
It's okay. I'm out anyway.
Oh,
Yeah, me too.
come on. Okay, well, you're excused, both of you. Well, Ben's officially there, huh?
Where?
You're at that age where you have to pull every word out of him.
He's 15. Ooh. I gotta take this. I was 17 before I started talking, you know?
Hey, Henry, I understand that. Listen, that's your job, okay? Yeah, exactly.
Hey. How's El Paso?
Oh, it's great. So have you used the MasterCard for something?
No?
Well, it got declined. Did you max it out or something?
No, of course not. Is this why you're calling?
Well, yeah. I want to know why the credit card isn't working.
I don't know.
Great. So now I'm in El Paso with no credit card.
I'm sure it's a mistake, Derek. Just call the number on the back of the card.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye.
That's not possible. That's crazy. I mean, there's gotta be a mistake. Listen. Absolutely not. What the fuck?
Yeah, well, listen, I did that. I talked to the cops. I filled out that report, and they told me to go. No, they said because it's under $10,000, they have to deal with you guys. And now you're sending me back to them, and they're gonna say, all right, so if you're gonna investigate this, how am I gonna pay for shit in the meantime? You guys have my money. That's it, that's all I have. Yes, because my automatic payments are bouncing right now. Well, I can't wait a month for an investigation. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll call you later. These people are fucking useless. What the fuck?
Dude. There he is. Dude, send him a message.
All right.
What?
Mom said you were driving me home from school.
No, Tracy drove me today. Take the bus.
I have my guitar.
That's not getting in my car. I'm sorry.
He really is a tool, man.
I told him just because mom died, I bet he really feels fucking sorry for her now.
You told him that your mom died?
No, just because mom died.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, dude, you gotta create empathy. The whole backstory.
It's weird, man. Your mom died. It's...
Yeah, dude, whatever. Just creating a story.
Okay. All right, we have liftoff. Ready? I said, what are you up to? And he says, having lunch with friends.
What a lying sack of shit, dude. Let me see.
This is fucking awesome.
Hey, Ben. Are you horny? I always get horny in the lunch room. Makes me wanna send you a picture.
A picture?
A pic. You trust in us now, dude. We gotta step it up a bit.
That's true.
Okay, which pic would you call a Jessica?
Oh my mama.
This one? Yes. Copy and paste.
Yes.
Send. You sent it. I sent it.
Here we go. Oh, I think he just pissed his pants, man.
How about you send me one back?
Oh. You are amazing. That was amazing.
Peter.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you something, and you're going to say yes. What? What?
Is that what this is about?
Yo.
Hi.
Hi, you know?
So, do you want to sit?
Yeah, sure. How's it going?
Good.
Yeah?
Good.
Good.
Well, anyway, thanks for coming to meet me.
Yeah, of course. Let's do this. I know a place right up the strip here if you want to go.
Listen, Kyle, there's something that I didn't tell you about myself.
What are you, a dude?
No.
What?
No. Wait, hang on. Do I look like I could be a dude?
No.
Good.
No.
No, I just think your story is really interesting, and I was wondering, I don't know, if you would let me interview you.
For like a book?
Well, I work for a small TV station, news station, and I'm a reporter.
You want for the news? You want to interview me on TV?
Yeah.
Yo,
Because you have a really
not right
great
now, bro. I'll
story.
be at Nichols. Okay.
You have a really great, it's a really unique, interesting story, and I'd love to report it. It's special.
Wow, I don't know.
Why not? Kyle?
Really? This is why you came down here?
No, but you see, nobody would recognize you because you'd be in shadow and your voice would be distorted.
I think
totally
I'm good.
anonymous.
I think I'm good, you know?
But
Thank you.
Don't you want something better than this?
Yeah, I wanted some money. I came down here, honestly, because I thought I was going to get some cash.
And I'm really
That's
sorry
all.
that I lied, but I knew you would. I just want to get to know you, so here's my card. Here's my card. Just,
Okay.
you never know, call it.
Thanks.
And my email's on there as well.
Yo, bro, wait up.
Mike Dixon, please. Well, my name is Derek Hull, and I was referred by Detective Lantos. Well, I'm calling regarding a fraud case. I'll just call again. I'll call again.
Hey, morning. Hey. Derek?
Yeah, Derek.
Mike Dixon.
Pleasure. Thank you for coming so early.
Oh, yeah,
I really appreciate it.
How about social networking sites? You visit those? Chat rooms, message boards?
No. Well, she spends her life online, but I don't.
I sell my artwork online.
Oh, thank you.
It's sort of my business. And, well, I go on a chat site sometimes.
What kind of chat rooms?
It's a support group website.
Well, here's the thing. Someone out there has all your information. All right, here's what's gonna happen. I am gonna clone your hard drives, and I'm gonna go through all the information and the activity and see if I can figure out how and when this happened.
Is this really necessary? Can't you just take the credit card numbers and run that somehow?
No. This is very necessary because right now they could have credit cards in your name, take loans out, they give your social security number, they could commit crimes in your name. Do you understand? They can sell this information to 20 more people. This could just be the beginning. It's amazing how clueless people are. It's like picking your nose in the car and you think nobody's watching you. And then they wonder how in the world someone got their social security number.
You done with this?
Yeah.
Hey, Dad.
What, babe?
You think maybe I could get an iPad? My teacher said it would, like, help with all my schoolwork.
Really? I told you I fixed the screen on your laptop. It's up in my office. You don't need an iPad, bud. And what's this thing with you rolling your eyes every time I say something? Wrap that up good. Way to go, Butterfingers. No chicken salad for lunch. And clean the floor. And don't use the dish rag.
Yeah, so, I got that same guy. Keeps coming back on with the lights turned off, and he's, I can just see, like, the shadow from his face on the thing, and it's just like, oh, come on, creeps me out. It's fucked up.
That's fucked up. What's up, Kyle? Hey, Harvey, this is Shane.
Shane?
It's that kid I met at the skate park.
You hungry, Shane?
You good? He makes really good fucking spaghetti.
You good? It's my thing, spaghetti. I make spaghetti.
So where are you from?
Des Moines.
Yeah, you been on the streets?
Let the kid eat. You know what we do here, Shane? How old are you?
15.
Let me ask you a question. Did you jerk off? Yeah? You want to get paid for it?
That'd be fucking awesome. Yeah, man.
One rule, Shane. Trust me, no one else. Okay?
And so what am I supposed to do? Just...
Take off your pants, just look cute. They're dying for you to take it all off. But play with the toys over there. Guys talk to you all at once, and your goal is to get them to go private.
And how long does it take? I mean, for someone to be interested?
Look, he's already got 14 and want to go private. Look, this freak wants to go C2C. C2C is kind of gross because you have to look right at them, but cam to cam, it costs more. So if they want to do it, you got to do it.
Okay.
This guy. Mumbo Jumbo 27. You feel good?
Yeah, I feel good.
Good. Trick or treat? You just got to do it.
Fuck you. Picking new teams.
All right, let's do it again. I'll beat you anyway. So...
Dude.
What?
Holy shit.
This. Oh my god!
He sent it. I didn't think he'd fucking do it.
He did it. He's butt naked.
Oh my god.
He actually. What the fuck? He fucking wrote "love slave" on his legs.
Lipstick? Oh,
with
jeez.
lipstick.
Oh my god.
That is fucking disgusting. That's awesome. It looks like a pink sausage. This is so. This. What? Do you feel sorry for him?
No.
Are you in love with him?
No, Fry.
Are you in love with him?
Dude,
Are
stop.
you in love with little Ben Boyd? Oh, oh, gross. I can feel your boner.
Okay, what I like to tell people at this point is that I am not a marriage counselor. I don't know what you two know about each other, and that's okay. I don't want to know. That being said, here's a CD and a printed overview of all suspicious activity. Now, I think some of your personal information may have been retrieved with your communications with Fear and Loathing.
What?
Who's Fear and Loathing?
It's just some guy. It was in the chat room I go to.
Well, all you would have had to do was click on a link or open an attachment from him, and then he would have installed a Trojan virus onto your system. No, well, once he does this, he can do anything he wants with your computer. You log on, you punch in your passwords, it comes up on his screen. Everything you do, he can see. He can turn on your camera. He can watch you.
Who is Fear and Loathing? Who's he?
How does he have my password?
Your password is your birthday. And Derek, gambling websites are hacked all the time. And you're also corresponding with the bank regarding your second mortgage.
Wait, we don't have a second mortgage.
And you received an email requesting additional information. Now, banks would never ask for sensitive information like that via email. So I think that's how he possibly got your personal account numbers, your social, your mother's maiden name, all that other stuff.
So who's this guy? What's his name?
The name I came up with is Steven Schumacher. He's from Oakdale, PA.
He told me his name was Finn.
Yeah. What I need to do now is find proof. And then once I do that, I need to contact the local PD in Oakdale and bring them into it.
Whoa, what kind of proof?
You know, bank receipts, credit card statements. If he makes any large transaction, could nail him.
All right, and how long would that take?
Could take 3 weeks. Could take 3 months.
We don't have 3 months. The cops couldn't do shit for us. That's why we hired you.
I understand that, but it's just not that easy, Derek. You have to be patient.
I'm patient. My bank is not that patient.
I understand that, but these people use mail drops. They use P.O. boxes. They open an account one day, they close it the next.
Well, if you excuse me, I gotta get back to work. Don't want to lose my job, too.
I'm sorry you had to see all this.
No. Don't be sorry. It's okay. I'm sorry to say that I'm used to it. Take that.
You've been doing this long?
Privately, like 6 years. I was a cop for 20 years, computer crimes unit. My wife passed away, so I retired, spent some more time with my kids, so.
I'm sorry.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, I promise you.
It's in there. He's gonna see it. He's gonna see everything in there. I wasn't really doing anything. Just.
And you're just gonna look at me.
Okay.
You're gonna change my voice for this, right?
Yeah.
My mom's boyfriend was a drunk rager with a wicked left hook.
So, how did you end up here?
I met this guy at the mall. He told me he could help me out, give me a place to stay. And then I got there and there were other kids. I don't know, it was just kind of chill, you know. He's not a bad guy.
So, how does it work in the house?
You know, some people have built-in cameras on their laptops, some have just webcams. All of our stuff is kind of streamed through a site that hosts everything. And then they kind of like take a commission, I guess, and then just send us our checks. I don't know, I mean, the younger you look, then the more you make.
And what happens when you outgrow it? When you get older and you're too old to bring in enough customers? Do you think that you'll do this forever?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about that.
Ben? Hey, you're home so early. Is everything all right?
Yeah.
No band?
Canceled.
What are you doing?
Homework.
You okay, sweetie?
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff to do.
All right. Okay.
Why didn't you tell me money was so tight with the second mortgage?
You know you'll have to pick me up and drop me off every day, right?
I know.
I read it. The whole thing. You told him everything about us.
I don't know what you want from me. You barely even look at me anymore.
What time's your bus? Kyle. People are gonna smell it and come up.
Oh, they're gonna be fine. Just loosen up here.
No.
Come on, one. I did that whole interview for you.
And so now I have to repay you by
Yeah.
being stoned?
Just one hit.
One. I've not smoked since 11th grade, so just remember that.
Ooh, but you were a real bad girl back in high school, though.
Nobody liked me in high school.
Surprising.
Wow. Oh my God. You gotta shut this off, Kyle.
That's loud.
Kyle, will you fucking help me? Yeah, it's loud. Get a towel. Get a towel.
Okay.
Oh my God, they're gonna come in. For God's sakes. You could just done that 5 minutes ago.
Oh my God, you really like bossing people around, don't you? Let's play truth or dare.
Absolutely not.
Okay, great. So, have you ever cried over a pet?
Yes.
Who was it?
Snowy.
Snowy?
Not an imaginative name, I know. But she was a white rabbit. She was very dear to me.
Did you do tricks with it? Was it a magic rabbit?
How do you do tricks with a rabbit? Wow. How do you do that in there?
Give it a shot.
I'm gonna try.
You just you don't force the smoke out.
Nothing's happening.
That's,
Mine is shit.
you know, you're the first real celebrity I've ever met. Okay, next question. Have you ever kissed a girl on the mouth?
I'm really hungry.
It's awful.
It's not that bad. Come on.
My hair is horrible.
Oh, so what? Okay, fine. Wait,
Smile
let's see
looks
this
fake.
Okay, then this one.
Don't post that picture.
Oh, I'm totally
I swear to God. Dude, turn it down!
He's gonna wake up. He's gonna wake up.
Like a lot of the people kind of, you know, look young because that's really where like the market is. You know, the younger you look, the more you make.
Google the words live webcam, and the search will result in countless sexually explicit sites, not unlike the one where Sam tells me he gets hundreds of hits a day. Sam wouldn't show me the house, but says that 8 other kids, or models as they're called, live there with a house manager.
You know, he's really not that bad of a guy.
Imagine someone recruiting runaways in your town and creating a child pornography ring. Nina Dunham, WKGU, Channel 6.
Way to go. Nice job. Very nice. Great.
See, you were great. You could tell it was you, right? forget my promise. Listen, I'm gonna go out for a drink with some people here, so can I call you back later? Hey, I wish you were here to celebrate.
Okay, pass it up here.
Shit, Derek, I'm sorry.
Thanks for going out of your way, man.
Already sending guys, huh?
I've been late on those things for months.
Fucking repo guys.
This rest of it?
I appreciate it. Next time, don't open the door. They can't take anything unless you open the door.
So when do you think the cops are gonna question this guy?
Oh, you know, it's like I said, these cops, they're swamped. You know, they don't have the resources. It's like 25,000 people a day get their identities stolen, so take a ticket.
Well, what about you? We got his name, we got his address. Can you go take care of this son of a bitch?
Derek, I'm a detective, not a hitman.
Well, I mean, question him, of course. You should go question
like
him.
I said, my guys at Cybercrimes are tracking him. But they can't do anything without concrete proof. Concrete proof.
So I'm supposed to just sit here and watch while things go to shit? What will you do?
You don't want to know what I would do. I would strangle the son of a bitch. But that's not what I'm saying for you to do. You know what? Take this payment back. No,
It's your money. It's your money.
Take the money. Give it to me later, okay? You may need it. I saw everything. I know about your boy, and I'm so sorry. But you cannot let this bullshit break you. You hear me? You stay strong, brother.
Sin. No one's helping us. No one's ever gonna help us. I'm gonna find that guy myself. I'll fix this.
I want to come.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, B-O-Y-D, Boyd, Rich Boyd. The school's my next call. Uh-huh. Great, thank you. Please do quickly. I'm gonna have a cop call me.
Okay. Well, I'm still gonna go.
Okay. Can I please speak to the principal, headmaster office, please?
Dude, we're gonna get caught. Use a fake email, man. Dude, just give me your iPad and I'll deal with it. I'll delete the profile. Here's your phone. Dude, my dad has software that will totally wipe it. Just let me have it, dude. I have to go. I have to go. Can I please have it? Fine, all right? Thanks. Don't fuck it up.
You ever think about what you're gonna do, like when you're 20?
Be famous?
Yeah, for what?
I don't know. Maybe I'll be on a reality show or something. You'll open up US Weekly and I'll be there in the stars. They're just like us page.
Mm-hmm.
We should take a ride at the exit.
Okay. This is McLean. What number was it?
418.
There, red one.
So, we're just gonna sit here?
Yeah. We'll just wait, and we'll watch him. You know, come and go.
Rich. Rich.
I'm right here.
Can we go? Are you ready to go to the hospital? I'm gonna stay. What are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out what he could have been thinking.
Well, me too. Can you bring it? I don't want him to wake up and we're not there.
I feel like he may have deleted a few things in the last few
Bring this
days.
blanket because I don't want him to be cold. It's so cold in there.
Hey, honey.
Meet you there.
Hey, Nina.
What's up?
I got a call from CNN. Their office saw your piece. They want to put it in a special.
You're kidding.
Nope. Nice job.
Hey, look.
Look what?
Beamer pulling in. Pretty nice fucking car.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Is that him?
Yeah, just 20 years later.
Did you send him pictures too?
Such an idiot.
You know what? You need to take a shower. We're meeting the neurologist at 10 a.m.
Did you know that his favorite book was White Noise?
No, I didn't. What? What is it, Abby?
Marnie's younger sister's in his
Oh my
grade,
God.
and she said she got it.
What the hell's this? What's this?
I don't know, I just got it.
Who sent that to you? Why do you have it?
Marnie sent it
Has
to
everybody
me.
in the
I-
school
I
seen
don't
it?
know. I'm sure everyone saw it.
What do you mean you're chatting with the dad? Are you insane? Dude, I'm dealing. It's just not that simple. Why are you talking to him? Just, hey, delete the fucking account and give me back the iPad. Dude, if I ignore him, or I just deleted Jessica's account right away, I mean, how would that look? She would be the only suspect. We just have to act chill and lay low.
I always knew you'd outgrow us.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
It's me. Hey, Kyle.
Hey, what's up? I think I'm here.
Here where?
Yeah, I think I'm downstairs.
Downstairs?
I came to celebrate. We're celebrating, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Did you give him your address?
I had to, Peter.
What are you doing?
How else? I had to make him trust me.
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
Kyle, this is Peter.
Oh, hey, Peter. How's it going, man? Wow, this is an amazing view.
You're okay with this?
It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
We're fine, buddy. You can take a hike. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It's a joke.
Nina, you call me if you need me.
Of course. All right.
Hey.
All right. All right.
That's not bad. Peter seems like a lot of fun. Cool guy. Do you read all these books? Are these all yours?
Not all of them. So, how did you get here?
I caught a bus. It's crazy, right? It's a beautiful bedroom. It's very nice.
Well, I like it.
It's firm.
The couch is firm, also.
You know, I've been thinking a lot about what you said about the future and everything.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, do you think you might want to leave, Harvey?
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, but I don't have anywhere else to go.
Sure you do.
Like where?
Well, I don't know. Just, you can walk into a youth center or a church or...
Church? Yeah, that's a really great fucking idea. Go to a church. I hear it's a perfect place for young dudes
Kyle,
to go.
it's late. I'm
No,
just
you're right.
spitballing. It doesn't
You're
have to be a
right.
church.
Fuck it. You know, I should go to Mickey D's. You know, I could be someone's bitch, make some fucking burgers, bag some groceries. Really excellent idea you got there.
Whoa.
What is this? What the hell is this thing?
That, I will have you know, is an award that I received for reporting on an annual charity drive.
Oh, wait.
Hey.
Do your voice.
What voice?
Your reporter voice. Come on, let's hear it. You get really serious. Come on, I rode a bus for like 4 hours and it was really smelly.
All right, all right.
I want to hear
all
the
right.
voice.
I'll show you the walk and talk.
Walk and talk.
Give me the,
That sounds very official.
Well, John, I'm here outside of downtown where earlier today a swarm of Africanized bees terrorized the community.
And then, John, officials say that one of the reporters had this massive, crazy urge to have some awesomely amazing sex.
And
with
then
one of
later
the little
on,
reporters.
it was reported that that was actually total crap.
Ticklish? Hmm?
Slightly.
A little here? Here? Ticklish?
No,
Are we
no,
ticklish?
I'm
No,
not.
I can see that.
I have to be up really early.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna put this back.
Pay someone to do his laundry.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
He works there?
Wait here.
Doing, be careful.
Hi.
Hey, I lost my ticket.
Last night?
McNeil?
It's not, it's just...
It's Blue Polo.
No, it's not here.
You sure? That's weird.
What do you think happened to it?
Think it got stolen? Something like that? Did you get robbed? Did you ever get robbed? No, I'm just asking. I mean, I used to work retail, so I know that that happens sometimes. I would always keep a gun under the counter when I worked retail. Do you do that? Do you have a gun here?
Do I know you?
No. I'm just making chit-chat.
Next.
Sorry.
Is it 2 items? What's your name? Okay.
Where's Dad?
Who knows? I haven't seen him all day. Don't leave me alone with them.
Hey, Jenna.
Hey, it's Kendall Media. They need you. Something at one of their stations.
Not now. Tell him to get somebody else, please.
They asked for you.
What is it about? Why?
The FBI just showed up at one of their stations.
All right.
We need you to give up the kid's address.
I'm not exactly sure what you want me to say because I can't give you that information. I'm pretty sure that you know that.
Sources are protected.
I understand that, but a serious crime has been committed here. These kids are victims. They're coerced,
Seduced? Some of them are 14, 15 years old. And NECMEC flagged this site a year ago. And the host server's offshore. Untouchable. So, of course, when we saw your piece on CNN, it's an opening we have to go for.
But you see, I can't betray his trust like that. I can't. Besides, I don't even know where he lives. I don't know. I don't have his cell phone number. He uses prepaid cell phones. He's not stupid.
How did you find him?
Well, I was looking into a story on teen runaways, and if you Google that, you get some weird stuff.
So you befriended him?
Did you pay to talk to him? Or buy him anything? Give him money?
News organizations don't pay their sources.
Was that true, Miss Dunham?
Of course that's true.
It's just these charges on your PayPal account. The ones to
The initial payments are having access, private access to talking with the boy. And the additions are an option the client has to encourage the youth to spend more time talking to them.
Okay.
So, by way of gifting them...
Gifting?
So you gave him gifts?
These weren't personal gifts.
No, I understand.
Okay. Why don't we go have a talk in the other room?
Yeah.
No, I can explain myself here. It's not a problem.
I just want to know what the relationship is with the boy.
Come on, now, in my office.
Ma'am, I want to understand, were you intimate with him?
Did you have sex with him?
Don't answer that.
Nina.
Absolutely not.
Okay, look, I represent the interests of the parent company. If you want to make a First Amendment case out of this, be my guest, but you will need another attorney. As far as I'm concerned, you need to give them whatever they want. I would also recommend that you suspend her immediately.
I know that I have to suspend her. I know that, Rich.
That's way too much.
It's not too much, Nina. You crossed a line. This kid came to your fucking house.
What was I supposed to do about that, Peter? He showed up, okay? And I didn't want him to feel like I had used him.
Since when do you care what a source feels like after you get what you want, huh?
Excuse me. I gotta go.
How long?
What's that?
The suspension.
Well, until you give those two federal agents you just tried to lie to the info they want.
You know what this reminds me of? Sitting in my Corolla, waiting for you outside the barracks, wondering when you'd come out.
It reminds me of sitting outside this shithole called Al Qaim. 9 guys packed into an LAV. It was the start of the war, so we were pretty buttoned up. I had to pee in water bottles. And at one point, Gunny Mullen wanted to stitch up a couple of Hajis because they kept like driving back and forth in front of us. But the call never came. You remember Mullen, right? From Lejeune? Good guy, like long torso. What is it?
It's just, you never talk about this stuff.
All right, stay here, stay here.
I don't think we should do this.
Sonny boy. Doing your homework?
I'm doing now.
Yeah? Good. Where'd you get that?
That's fries. You left it here on accident.
On accident.
Yeah.
You're not on it.
No.
How'd your computer time is it's over tonight? Really? 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 Stay off it. Put it here. Do your work.
All right. Doing it.
Don't make him be the bad guy.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, thanks for calling me back. I wanted
Hold
to
on one
talk to
second.
you.
I'm just running out of the house.
So, have you given any thought to what we talked about the other day?
What, about, like, the future?
Yeah, I mean what I said. I want to help you. Maybe, you know, go to school or... I'd like to help you get on your feet.
Really?
Yeah. And I know you think that Harvey's a decent guy, and I understand because he took care of you, but here's the thing. He's using you to recruit minors. And that's a felony.
Really? It's a felony?
Yeah. Recruiting minors could get you serious jail time.
So, what do you want me to do? You want to get me out of here?
Yeah, just say the word and I'll come and get you. I can come get you now if you want.
You want my address?
How else are you gonna move all of your stuff? All that shit that everybody buys you.
Look, can I think about it?
Yeah, just call me.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
You are? Yes. No, you're the same detective I spoke to, sir. R-H-O-N-Y. Yes, I'll hold. No. You don't have somebody from legal call me. I am a lawyer, okay? I'll subpoena you. Do you understand me? Now, this is your website. You work with me. The profile name is Jessica Roney, R-H-O-N-Y.
What's happening? Hey.
Yeah, as soon as you can.
Rich. What are you doing?
Hang on. R-H-O-N-Y. H-O-R-N-Y.
What?
Horny. Hang on a second. Is this a fucking anagram? Is this a fucking joke?
You know what? You need to pull it together.
I don't even know what that
You know
means,
what?
Lydia.
Let the cops do their job, and you can do yours.
They can do their... What are you talking about? I'm his father. I'm looking for answers. You don't give a shit what's going on?
No. Don't you tell me how to handle this.
Don't
You don't
tell
get
me.
to tell me how to handle this.
Then don't tell me how to handle it.
Ben is down there, and you're in here.
Right. Doing my job. You're down there doing your job. You're stroking his hair, you're whispering to him. That's great. I can't do that. I'm doing this. This girl might not exist.
What? So you have someone to blame? And then is he gonna wake up?
He just lies there. I mean, every once in a while something moves, but they say it's just an impulse. My parents are totally imploding. But what do the doctors say? Oh my God. He invited me to Danny's.
Oh,
What
what
should
are
I
you gonna
say?
say? Yes.
Like, but
Say yes.
But then what?
I got a bank account statement.
Yeah?
Yeah. Looks like we got a check here for $4,700 and another one for
$4,700.
$3,950.
Okay. Does it say what it's for? Or it's for all of paying off his mortgage on our dime. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Pay-per-view charge. Adult entertainment, $59.
In 1 month?
And 1 month. I knew it was a creep.
What do you think it's for? Children of the cornhole?
Spurn some endearment. I'm gonna confront this guy, Cindy. When he's least expecting it, I'm gonna go to his house. I'll walk up. I'll knock on the door. And I'm just gonna say, what's up? What's going on? Have you seen our money? We kind of miss our money. And I'll just talk to him a bit, you know?
But,
man to man.
I mean, you know, you never know what he could be like or
I'll be
what.
fine. And if something goes wrong, I brought my M9.
You brought your gun?
And it's not gonna get to that. I'm just gonna scare him a little. People like this, they need to be scared sometimes. And that's my job. I'm gonna scare him.
How you doing?
Sorry.
You know Ben?
Yeah, from school.
Really nice of you to come. What's your name? I'm Rich.
Mike.
How you doing? Come on in. You guys close? Hey, you know, Mike, let me ask you a question. You ever mention anybody named Jessica?
Jessica?
Yeah. Ever talk about her?
No?
Come on in, grab a chair.
I actually gotta get going.
No, stay. I mean, not because of me. You can stay. Maybe I can buy you a soda or something. Let me buy you a soda. I want a coffee, good coffee upstairs. Come on.
Okay.
He goes to the gym? Really?
Well, we were there, but we were just kind of messing around.
Okay. Sounds more like it. What else? Anything? What's he do for fun?
For fun?
Yeah. Yeah. You guys ever do anything crazy or?
I mean, I don't know, we blow stuff up sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, we lit these little firecrackers, and then we would take all of our little army parachute figures, and we'd go to like a building, and then throw it out the window, and it would blow up while it was kind of still floating down to the bottom. It's crazy. I should go. My dad kind of gets mad when I'm late, so.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, you come by anytime you want, all right?
Okay.
You guys said you'd protect him if I gave you his address.
Yeah, I promise you. This is for his own good.
I can't have anything happen to him.
Don't worry, we do this every day. Social services will be on hand.
Well, when are you gonna go in?
It's a few days or a week for a warrant.
What, just a week? Are you sure that this is the best idea?
Trust me. Listen. What you've done is a really good thing, Miss Dunham.
Right.
You did good.
Right. Well, thank you.
Just hurry up. I'm trying to. These fuckers put you through hell. All right, reason. Okay, dude, hurry up. I'm trying, man. It's a long time. You have to email them and... We have to give a reason. I don't feel safe online.
Hey, boys.
Oh, hey, we were just actually looking for a power cord for Fry's iPad. Battery. I gotta charge it.
Top right drawer.
Wow, got it.
Got
Thank
it?
you. Thanks.
Hey, fellas! You guys want to tell me what you were doing up in my office?
Told you we were just getting a power cord.
Right, you're looking for a power cord for his iPad. Yeah. Fry, let me ask you a question. Because you're a smart kid, right?
Yeah.
Do I look as stupid to you as I do to Jason?
No, sir.
Look close.
No.
No?
You don't.
Fry, you want to tell me what you were doing in my office?
It's just...
Fry?
checking it out.
Fry?
It's supposed to be a joke.
What? No, you shut up. What did you say?
We were just trying to mess with him.
What did you say?
It was supposed to be a joke. We didn't think he'd hurt himself.
What? Wait, whoa. Who are you messing with? Are you talking about that Boyd kid? You had something to do with that? Did you have something to do with that? Yes. Yes?
Yes.
Oh, man. You want to fuck with somebody, you do it to their face. You hear me, tough guy?
Yeah, like you.
Like me? You. Go home. Go home, Fry. Don't you touch that. Get out of here. This is bad. You are in big trouble.
Sorry.
You're sorry? You're sorry? What are you sorry for? Because I caught you? Or you're sorry because there's a father wondering if his son is gonna wake up? Jason, get up. Get up, get up, get up! Go to your room. Get out of my sight. I am so happy your mother is not with us to see any of this.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry? Do you know what that father's going through right now? Because of what you did to his son? Do you know what you did? Say something! Say something! Say
I know
something!
that father, and he's nothing like you! He's nothing like you!
Kyle, wake up! Wake up!
Yo, let's hurry up, dude.
What the fuck's going on?
Harvey said the house is gonna get raided.
Hurry up.
Dan, just hold on!
I'm leaving this house in 5 fucking seconds. Come on, go.
I don't know what fucking happened. Just had to get the fuck out of there. Probably one of the fucking kids. If I find out who it is, can have him. I'll be crossing the state line in about 20 fucking minutes or something. I don't know. What? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, extension 2221. What the hell's going on? He just texted me saying they're moving.
We didn't do anything. He must have tipped him off.
How would he tip them off? He didn't know. You promised you'd get him out safely.
Did he say where they were going?
Of course he didn't say where they're he doesn't. How is he supposed to know where they're going?
Yeah, hello? Fuck, fucking battery. Give me your phone, Kyle. Kyle, give me your phone. Give me your fucking phone.
Okay.
He could be in trouble. You've got to move in.
It just doesn't work like that, honey.
Well, what way does it work?
If you can get him to cooperate, we can try to help.
Right, well, thank you for your help.
Get your stuff. Let's go.
Hey, Harvey, can I get my phone back? Come on. Thanks.
Kyle. Kyle, God almighty, there you are. I was so worried about you.
Hey, look, some crazy shit's going on right now.
Where are you?
About an hour outside of town, some place called Sawmill River Motel.
Kyle, listen to me. After my story aired, the FBI came to see me.
Are you kidding me? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, the FBI?
Listen, they threatened me.
Did you give them our address?
They threatened me, and it wasn't supposed to happen this way.
I don't fucking believe this. You straight up lied to me.
Kyle, listen, you have to listen to me.
You were never even coming, were you?
Yes, of course I was coming. I was coming.
You don't give a fuck about me.
No. Of course I do. I'll come get you now.
Fuck that.
Kyle.
Fuck!
So you really want to do this tonight?
Nervous? It's adrenaline. It's good. Makes you feel alive. Just go for it. Okay?
Santos. Yeah, what's up?
Abby said you went to the hospital today?
His friend came by today. Nice kid.
Who?
Mike.
Mike?
Seemed like a nice guy.
You mean Marcus? His old friend Marcus? I don't know any Mike.
You don't know Mike?
No. What? What?
Damn it. I knew there was something off about that kid.
What are you talking about?
This Mike guy.
What about him?
I just
what?
need a last name. Come here, look at this.
What you're
Come here.
doing? What are you doing? You're losing it.
No, I'm not. Where's this class?
What's
Wanna
going
show
on?
you? Want to see something?
Honey, I'll be there in a minute.
Where's his goddamn ear?
What are you doing? I need you
Where
to
are
calm
you?
down.
Where are you?
I
They're
need
going to show you Jessica.
God.
Who gives a shit about Jessica? All you care about is making yourself feel less guilty. I'm the one who cut him down. And I knew that he didn't have any friends.
It's not your fault.
I didn't do anything.
It's not your fault.
The people made fun of him.
I got him.
No, it's not your fault.
Lydia? It's not even Mike. It's not even his name.
They'll probably give you some crazy Vicodin or something like that.
All right, maybe I'll consider.
Yeah, go to the dentist and
Vicodin?
split the painkillers with me.
We could arrange something.
What the fuck are you doing here? Are the cops here?
No, I'm alone. I came to get you.
Look,
I don't
you
blame
shouldn't be here right now.
I don't blame you for not believing me, but I promise you, Kyle. I promise I came alone. Please, just get in the car. I can make this right.
If I go inside and I get all my shit and I pack it all up, I need to know that I can stay with you.
Well, let's get your stuff and we'll talk about it.
No, it's a yes or no. It's a simple question. Can I stay with you?
I don't know. Why do we need to talk about
What do
this
you mean you
now?
don't know?
I'm not sure. Because
What?
you're so much younger than me and I don't know whether it's a good idea.
Oh. Wow.
Why don't we just go
Look.
and we can talk about it on the way, Kyle? Please,
And
let's just
if
talk
I wasn't,
about it on the
if
way.
I wasn't younger, then would you want me there? Forget this.
Forget what, Kyle? Kyle!
Follow me to the truck.
Mike, hey, how are you?
Hey, Derek. Yeah, it's not him. It's not him. My guy Lantos got Schumacher's IP address, and turns out he's a victim too.
What do you mean?
It's just someone was using his computer as a proxy. All right. Now we're tracing it from Texas. Anyway, the bottom line is Schumacher is not your guy.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I just got the information. Now I don't know where you are, brother, but you gotta stand down. You hear me? Derek.
Again, it's okay. Sorry.
I gotta jump. I'll be in touch.
Thank you.
What did he say?
It's not him. It's not him.
Derek, please. It's okay, babe. Derek, I don't care about the money or the house. Please, just take me home.
I was a Marine, Cindy. What am I now? I'm a tool. Some paper-pushing grunt. No.
Can I help you?
Yeah, my name's Rich Boyd. Your son put my son in the hospital. I want to talk to him right now. His name's Jason.
I don't know what
Sometimes it's Jessica. He's got a little bit of an identity crisis. He harassed my son. He's sadistic. He needs fucking help.
He needs fucking help?
Yeah.
My son needs help?
Yeah.
Your kid tried to hang himself. My kid needs help. You fucking do? Give me a gun!
Shut the car down. Get out. Get out. Come on. Get out. Step out. Slowly. Come on. Get out.
I'm coming. Take it easy. Stay in the car.
Stay right there. What is this? Huh?
What are you talking
You
about?
follow me. You're stalking me. You come into my business. You're breaking my house. Do you think I'm stupid or something?
Just come with me. All right?
No, just leave me alone.
Just
Leave
get
me
your stuff
alone.
and let's go. Let's get
What
out.
is wrong with you? Seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? Do you have any idea what you've done? Not just to me, to all my friends, to Harvey. You think Harvey exploits me? I like what I do. Do you get that? I don't want to be saved from this. I turn people on, so what? You couldn't turn a fucking light on, you know that? You're the one who exploits people. You exploited me. You're the one who fucking exploits people. I'm fucking done. I'm not gonna listen. You get the fuck away from me. No, we're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna fucking talk about it.
So what's your plan?
Don't move. Don't use your
Shoot
hand.
me in front of my wife?
Stay right
I
there.
think the safety
Shut up. Step back.
Stephen? Cindy Hall.
Cindy?
Derek! Dad! Dad!
You okay?
Yeah. Stop.
You do this a lot? You sent a lot of married women in your picture?
Can we talk here?
Derek,
How you feeling now? Huh?
stop.
How does it feel, huh?
It was a mistake.
Yeah, we're gonna keep going.
Have you ever had a gun in your face before? Huh? I have.
Derek, he didn't do anything.
He did.
Don't do this.
Please tell him it was harmless, Cindy.
Derek, it's not his fault. It's my fault.
What are you talking about?
He talked to me when you wouldn't. He told me about taking his wife to chemo and how cold her hands were and the meds. And I told him about I told him about our little baby boy. Please, baby.
Just leave it. It's fine. It's fine. Let's go.
Oh my God.
I'm okay.
No, no,
I'll
you're
explain.
not.
Just let me, hang on. Let me.
Everything. Everything that I love was in this room.
You grow, you rise. You grow.